Good afternoon to everyone present. We are from downtown Barista. We are a cafeteria that currently has 3 outlets, and due to the pandemic situation, we were in lockdown for quite some time and we had to close our outlets. But I'm very glad that we are able to have this virtual meeting and we can talk about our reopening since the lockdown has been relifted. And the agenda for this meeting is the policies and other cafeteria conditions that need to be revised and the implementation process of it. And I would like to welcome you all to this meeting. I would like to introduce each member who's attending this meeting. From the safety department, we have our manager, Mariam, and we have our other manager, Pragna. And from the health and well-being department, we have manager Amita and myself, Sanjana. So the agenda, as we've already laid out, is the main concern of our safety, health, and well-being of our employees. And that is extended to our customers as well. But first, we need to start from our employees. So we'll be talking about the revision that we need to make and how we are going to go about such processes. So I'll be handing the floor over to Mariam and Pragna from the safety department.
Okay, thank you, Sanjana. So I will be talking about the safety measures that we are going to take up. So as we all know, it is the COVID time. We are mainly focusing on the local employees, like who will be near to our cafeteria itself. So yeah, if we are taking employees far away, it will be a risk as our situation is not better. So at first, the employees coming to before coming to work, we will make sure that everyone is tested for COVID, like whether they are positive or negative, and we will take measures according to that. And all the health records should be maintained properly. And after the testing is done, before they coming to work, we will be placing the sanitizing tunnel, so they will be sanitized completely. And we should make sure of the cleaning of every area of the cafeteria and toilets and all. We should sanitize it properly. And also we should look about the storage spaces where the workers will be keeping their stuff and all. So we should make sure that they are maintaining the social distancing there also. And we should make sure about the ventilation part. It should be in a way that fresh air is coming, so it will help us to protect the employees from COVID also. So the next safety measures will be continued by Pragna. Over to Pragna.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you for pitching these ideas. And since our motive is like customer satisfaction and as well as employee safety, so myself and Mariam have come up with few programs that gonna work for betterment of our employees. The basic thing starts from employees entering to our cafeteria. From or they're going to get completely get report certified by our doctors, that they are tested negative for the COVID. And after once that is done, they will be taken into our every 20 I mean every 20 minutes, not every 20 minutes, they'll be asked to wear mask, as like generally we all do in every cafeterias and all that. We're going to ask them to wear mask, sanitize, and as well as we're also planning to implement a number of hand wash basins to increase. So we have 3 to 4. We're going to increase that number, and as well as even for every 2 to 3 hours, as it has been recommended by National Disaster Management Authority, that every 2 to 3 hours our entire the cooking area and as well as each and every things that one or the other person touches has to be sanitized. So we're gonna completely sanitize every hook and corner of our cafeteria. And this taking after that, as orient our we have this orientation program where we're going to train our employees before we ask them to join. So after once this check is done, we're going to next we have this orientation program where we brief them every measures that we are going to take, and we want them to be involved in certain manner, and as well as what are we providing them in the matter of safety, and how we want them to respond for that. So all of these will be covered during orientations. If people are not able to come off field, we're going to have it virtually as well. So since Mariam and we myself have decided we're going to concentrate more of local people, local employees who can commute to our joints and work freely. So we will be concentrating on that, and all of this will be done, the orientation part, the sanitization part, and as well as not using the utensils every now and then. So everything will be the customer seating thing, we're going to have alternative, and we're going to also come up with the sheets that will make them have the social distancing, and also come up with the sign boards which says wash your hands and every 20 minutes, and also provide with sanitizer, hand wash, and every other essential that is required in order to fight this crisis, in order to fight this virus. So yes, I think we've covered everything. Thank you so much.
Okay. So adding
Next
to
will be
Pratna's point, in the training and orientation program, we will be focusing also like if some employees are detected as COVID positive, the other employees should not feel them as discrimination and all. So we will be providing orientation to employees based on that also. So every employees will be respected and their dignity will be maintained also. So next, I think Amita will discuss about the health measures.
So before we go
Okay.
on to the health department, I just had a few issues. Sorry, not issues. I just had a few questions that towards the safety department. I wanted to know for how long is this orientation session? For how many days? The duration of it? And is it going to be, when you say that it's going to be virtual, how many employees are you willing to accommodate in one session?
Can I answer, Mariam, or are you willing to take it up?
Yeah, you can
So,
answer.
okay, so when it comes to offline, I think since the social distancing has to be maintained, if we'll go like 15 people in a room or 10 people in a room when it comes to offline. So again, the distancing will be done, the sanitation thing will be done. If not, if like if you're not able to make it on that day, so community we'll after like knowing like majority of, if they are not able to make it, then we're going to go through virtual. So we ask them to like stay connected through our virtual platform, so where we orient them, and I think that should be the procedure we're going to go.
Yeah.
I think
Also,
that will
every
work.
be made clear to every employees also before they start their work.
So the entire agenda of this orientation is that in order to make our employees know that what measures are we taking in order to maintain their health, and what safety are we providing them in the workplace. So entire from start to end, everything will be discussed with our employees, and as well as we're open for feedback and suggestions. So that will also be implemented in a long run. I mean, like in this duration.
Brilliant.
So this is what we come up with. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think next we can go over to the health and well-being department, and Amita can take over.
Okay, so in health and well-being department, we have come up with new initiation. That is Living Well program, first of all. So the first is yoga class. So it's a part of our company's Living Well program, which make the employees participate and meet their goals in various areas. Especially this yoga and meditation is extremely effective for stress reliever. So employees will have yogas twice a week. So these classes will be conducted will be by yoga masters. We will be taken care of that. And next is to become more cautious on the health. We have made a session with doctors, counselors, where they visit to the cafeteria and speak to our employees regarding their problem, their mental and well-being problems, and measures, whatever measures has to be taken. The doctors or counselors So we will be doing the orientation actually in 2 batches to maintain the social distancing. So that's all from my side. Over to Sanjana.
All right, so as Amita has mentioned that we will be introducing a Living Well program in our organization. So this program is in order to not only ensure good health, but to promote it for the long run as well. And when it comes to making certain facilities available for our employees in-house, what we've decided to do is we've decided to provide our employees 2 times of immunity boosting drinks during the course of the day, and employees they'll have the option to take it in the morning during their breakfast or in the evening. And we've also decided to provide in-house lunch and breakfast facilities in order to avoid any kind of risk that may come to our employees when they go outside to eat. And this is also to limit the interaction when it comes to the market, so that their health integrity is maintained as they are working in the workplace. So that is one thing. When it comes to providing them with other kind of health precautionary facilities, what we've decided to do as an organization is we've decided to set up a team of 5 employees with 2 supervisors who will be designing a health kit in which each kit will contain N95 masks and sanitizers, along with cards that will have information regarding national hotline and helplines relating to COVID. And we've also decided to take up another team which will be specifically working with insurance companies. That is, we've partnered up with Kotak Mahindra to provide insurance to our employees, and we will also go through revision of health policies. So this needs to be communicated. So because of this, we've decided to make up another team which consists of 5 members with 2 managers instead of supervisors, who will be directly communicating with employees regarding the revision of our health policies. All right, and the other members will be coordinating with the bank agents, and they will be bringing in agents to personally contact each employee and make them understand about the insurance and how it works and the details of it, so that they will be well informed. And they will also have cards. Each employee will have a card, so in case of any emergency they will have a point of contact within our cafeteria. That will be either any two of us, and along with supervisors who will be other points of contact for any kind of emergency, as well as we will be talking with major hospitals who are there, so that they will be providing an emergency line as well. So that is what we've decided so far. And for this, we would require participation of each employee, right? So that their health and integrity is maintained, as well as the customers that we are serving, their health would be protected too. And later on, if this first phase of the program goes well, we've also planned to set up a forum, which will be a local community forum for our organization, wherein after work, there will be a social connect to maybe be a form of de-stressing, and people can connect and they will be able to talk about their days or any kind of issues that they are facing, and whoever is in a capacity to help will do so accordingly. Yes.
So adding to Sanjana's point, before we had a 60 minutes lunch break. So in this COVID situation, so that they don't want to rush into their works as soon as they complete their lunch, so they can relax. We planned up like that. So coming to the organization, just as point of view, yoga classes twice per week, offering 90 minutes fitness lunch break, and these will come under distributive justice. And this a session with doctors, counselors, where they come and visit to the cafeteria and providing the speaking sessions with the employees will come under interpersonal and informational justice. And the safety kit with gloves, N95 mask and sanitizer, which is provided every month, will be coming under distributive justice to the employees. And the orientation, as we said, it's of 2 batches. So it will, in the Living Well program, so it will also come under the procedural justice as we step by step. And I over to Pradna for concluding.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I think the conclusion of this meeting was we just had one agenda in our mind, is that our employee safety and well-being, and as well as our customer safety and well-being. It is like same side of same side. Like we're working for the betterment of both our customers and employees. So also to conclude, I would just like to mention that both like from the team Mariam and Amita's, certain procedures that are very much related to which serves every organizational justice. When it comes to orientation from the both end, it completes the informational, or it serves the informational justice in when it comes to interpersonal, about redressal, and also about time in order to talk about an extra time that is given them for a cafeteria and providing with all the other safety measures. It also covers about the distributive justice, that no one is left behind. As an organization, we are working as a team together, and everyone is provided with equal number of opportunity. And also procedural justice. We are also even concentrating on how everything is done from A to Z. We're gonna make sure that all of it is transparent. The procedure is transparent. Everybody knows about how things works, how insurance works, how the workplace is gonna be more better in coming days. How are we additionally adding certain programs in order to improve our employees' well-being and safety? So